Good morning, fellas. How are we doing today? What's up? What's up? My name is Petrowski. We're back for another day of the Halloween events in PokeMMO. Day 3. I've been saving up. I've been grinding off stream, as you can see. Absolutely grinding as many of these swarm catches as possible. There's a giant light shining on me today, which usually means good luck. True and real. A shiny must come, not copium. Look at this. Box 1 of swarm Pokemon. Box 2 of swarm Pokemon. I'm pretty excited for that. I also have an actual to-do list. I'm going to add to this. It's pretty like minimal so far, but this is my Halloween event to-do list. I want to, first things first, finish swarms. Not in necessarily this order, but first things first, finish swarms. Secondly, I do want to do the Pumpcats. The Pumpcat grind, I shockingly found myself enjoying just doing it for the few encounters for the video, so I feel like I'll enjoy doing that. I do want to do all the raids. I haven't even started raid content yet, which is like what a lot of people were waiting on for this update. And then I want to do the Skull Math Wings. Quick reminder, do the untradeable stuff. Prioritize untradeable rewards because you can always make Pokeyen. You can always make Pokeyen down the line. Like, you know, if I, for some reason, can't finish the this grind, I don't get the spooky beanie. I didn't realize how much it had dropped from 6 mil down to 1.3. I mean, it makes sense, but I like just doing this honestly for the fun of it. What are mysterious dust balls at? Speaking of, this is day 3. Wow, I'm glad I sold all of my mysterious. Look at this. Dude, look at this. They're now 41k, 40k, 42k. I can still see my stack here sold for 50. Whew, I sold a lot of them for 60k. Yeah, we knew it would keep dropping. I think there was a massive drop last night, and it makes sense. I was trying to tell people the average PokeMMO player hadn't even logged into the game just yet, right? The event dropped itself at like 10 p.m. ET. So a lot of people, you know, were in bed or heading to bed for work the next day. They had to go to work. They had to come home like 4, 5, 6 p.m. ET, finally get on the game. So like the average player has only even been able to play the event for a few hours and hop on. So it makes a lot of sense. There was a massive supply increase last night, last evening. So a lot of big changes, a lot of price changes, the biggest price changes we've seen so far, I guess, on day, well, I say day 3, but technically, I think the event has been here for less than 48 hours still, so it's probably technically still day 2, but I think of it as day 3 because that first 2 to 6 hours of the event feels like its own whole day, you know? Feels like its own whole day. But let's go ahead and go turn in as many of these swarm Pokemon as possible. After you turn in 20 to 25 or so swarm Pokemon into the nerdy girl here, you do have to give specific ones. Zorua, Cubone, Gligar, Umbreon. I'm always terrible at remembering this. I have a bunch of them though. Zorua, Gligar, Cubone, was it Umbreon? Okay, actually good memory. Maybe we'll actually, do I even have an Umbreon? Do I not have a single Umbreon? Oh, that's unfortunate. Oh no, I do. Okay, whew. I've noticed, I don't know if anyone else has noticed this, I've noticed a weird glitch with trying to search for a Pokemon. If I search, okay, there's Cubone here, right? If I search Cub, never went out, it's just working. But sometimes I feel like it won't work. I don't know if it's just a me problem. If I search like Spinarak, well, now it's just working fine. But there were times, well, no. Now it's not, wait, look, see how it's not working now? I typed spin, it highlights at first, right? But now these don't highlight. If I switch back and forth between them, now it stopped highlighting. That's not supposed to happen. That's weird. That's a bug, a small bug, I think. Let's go ahead and turn all these in, see how many I can get. I wish I would have counted better to see how close I am or how many you need to get the spooky beanie. But if you turn in enough of these swarm Pokemon, I should get rewarded with the spooky beanie. Someone said, hey man, you have a lot of Pokeyen. I'm a new player. How can I best earn Pokeyen right now? I think right now, during the event, one of the best ways to earn Pokeyen is, if you're a new player, is probably going to be running around and fighting the kids for their candy. It should be a decently high chance whenever you fight a kid for their candy that you get a spooky candy. And right now, spooky candies are worth 43k. And when you're not doing spooky candy, you want to rotate between spooky candy and doing these swarms for mysterious dust balls, right? When mysterious dust balls were worth 60k, it was essentially every single swarm Pokemon that you caught was worth like 12k. Now it's not quite worth that much anymore because they've gone down in price, but still, 5 swarm Pokemon equals a mysterious dust ball. So it's still about 10, a little bit less than 10k. Let's do 40k divided by 5. Every single swarm Pokemon you catch is essentially worth 8,000 Pokeyen. That's quite good. And then spooky candy, I don't know if it's like a 1 out of 4. I don't know what the exact chance is after beating a kid on how, you know, there was also one that sold for 30K that you could have flipped. I have heard people, I think the most money that people have made, sorry for clearing my throat, I sound like an old man. The most money I've seen people make is flipping candies. It's from newer players or casual players quick selling a spooky candy for 30K like we just saw, and there's just no reason to list it that low. It's a really pretty stable price. It'll gradually go down over time, but like you can just snipe that up and relist it and make profit. So I think the people making the most profit aren't even those playing the event. It's more so people just flipping the items involved in the event, which is pretty funny in my opinion, honestly. But it makes sense. Flipping is always the most powerful way to make money in PokeMMO. Here, someone asked me, yo, thank you for the Twitch Prime, Halkian. Thank you so much, man. Someone asked me how my Halloween went yesterday, and you know what? We honestly, this is my first time doing Halloween in this neighborhood, and we had a decent amount of trick-or-treaters. This is so big. We had a decent amount of trick-or-treaters. Me and my wife did this little setup outside of our apartment door with our spooky mat. I put the big inflatable skeleton guy out there. We put a little table and a nice little, you know, draping cobweb type thing on it. We put out nice little buckets of candy. We said take 1 or 2 per person, little skeleton guys. Honestly, the coolest thing was just seeing what kids picked. I called it. I told my wife, I was like, I think the SpongeBob gummies, the Krabby Patty gummies, there was 1 box left, and I have them. Okay, there was 1 box left, but we handed out the nice like movie sized candy boxes. The Krabby Patty boxes, it was the hottest commodity by far. There was only 1 box left by the end. The gummies in general, the kids loved. We probably had like, I want to say 10 to 15 trick-or-treaters, maybe like 8 to 12. Like we had like a fair amount. Like I was pretty happy. Not like a crazy active, super busy neighborhood, but I was happy. I think growing up at like, depends on which home or whatever, but like growing up, at one point in my life, like we would get like 2 trick-or-treaters. We would sit out on the porch all Halloween. We would get like 1 to 3 trick-or-treaters, and it was like the most demotivating thing. So we just put out the bucket, let them take their candy. Hopefully people, I don't know, maybe some adults took some. You know, it was a cute time. Hey Pat, please make a video on the Pumpking hard mode challenge. A lot of people have asked me to do a video for the Pumpking hard mode challenge. I just don't feel comfortable doing it. I don't do the content. All I would be doing is going and stealing a method from another content creator who's uploaded a video and then just like stealing that feels fucked up. I feel like there's no value in that, right? It's not adding anything to the game or the community. There are tons of other creators who have made hard mode guides that are amazing. There's tons of forum posts. There's tons of videos. I see no reason for me to go make a hard mode guide when I'm not adding anything to it. Yeah, that's just not, I don't do the content. Like it would just be for the views. There's tons of other amazing creators who have done that, so I personally won't be touching it. Oh, I just realized I bought this Typhlosion right before the event started. I think I was showing off like how cheap you could get like a gym rerun team for, and how you probably should buy one like 3 days before the I just realized they changed. Look at this little system logo. That's new in the mail. Wait, no, I got rid of it, but that's cool. But yeah, I bought this Typhlosion for what was it, like 118K right before the event started. I wonder if now I can sell it for more. This is like an actual, like, it's not even just a gym run Typhlosion. This is like a PvP Typhlosion. It's Rash Nature, which isn't, ideal, but like this is a PvP Typhlosion, like 20 plus in every stat like this. Flamethrower, Eruption. This is like a very, very good Typhlosion. Let's go check what I could sell this for right now. I bought it for like 118K, I think. Right before the event, or like 2 or 3 days before the event started. Start by cheapest. Oh yeah. Give me a juicy. Is that about accurate? No, I should lower mine. But oh yeah, let's do like 250, 280. I'll do 250. Give me a juicy 125K flip, something like that on this. Bro, I actually think I was telling people forever, man, one of the secret strats to like make money during events like this is probably just creating PVM Pokemon, breeding Pokemon when they were so cheap, and then selling them during the event. Like I told people, make Chandelures. Like if you just bred a bunch of Chandelures, or what's a Chandelure cost right now? What's a 2x31 Chandelure cost right now? 46K, 64K. I might flip this really quick. I'm gonna go for that. I'm gonna flip this. It's not that much of a honestly margin, but it's something. I think it's easily flippable. I think flipping is probably the honestly best way to make Pokeyen during the event. You know, it's kind of funny. Instead of actually playing the event. Let's go catch these, that Zorua from what I was talking about, though. A lot of people have asked me to give my thoughts on things like the fossil hunting changes and the egg hunting changes, and I honestly just haven't tested it yet. And I would love to get to it at some point. The problem is, there's a bunch of limited time content. Like right now, with the Halloween event, this is all content that I can only have this amount of time to do, and then it's over, right? I can always egg later. I can always egg at a different time. I can't go turn in swarms after the event's over, right? So I really do want to focus my time doing the limited content. And then I will try to do, not try to, I will test. I would love to test and get to things like the breeding changes, like the fossil changes, etc., after the Halloween event is properly over. So I'm gonna go ahead and sort all these. I think everything right now I don't have, so I'm fully stuck. I need to just wait for some swarm spawns. Now, let me check how cheap are goodie bags. I have one goodie bag that I'm sitting on, but I think they're so cheap it's probably not even. They're down to around, not their bottom out price, but they're getting down to it. So it's not really worth selling if I'm gonna buy back with the listing fee, whatever, right? I did sell 9 more mysterious dust balls with a cheaper price, but it's still worth it, in my opinion. I'm gonna keep selling them off for the time being. And maybe at some point, maybe if mysterious dust balls reach like 20k, I would stop selling them, but they're pretty far from that at the current time. Wait, someone said heat rocks are 50k. Wait, why? Is this a real price? Are they actually selling? Wait, chat, you have no idea. Wait, chat. Am I a millionaire? Am I a What? Why are they so expensive? Wait, I stocked up on heat rocks as a meme like 4 years ago. Wait, I actually bought these as a joke. What? I paid like 4k each for these, like 3k. Wait, I'm gonna try to sell some. Wait, I bought these for like 3 to 6k a few years ago as a joke. I bought like all rocks. I don't know if they'll actually sell for this price. I'm gonna try to sell some. That is really funny. I mean, I'll try to sell like 100. That's too many, I feel like. Can I just do like 20 at a time? We'll do 21. I don't want to dump the market too much. So, yeah, people are already listing for 40k. Okay, let's wait for a sec. That's insane. Who's actually, is it for hard mode? Who's actually buying these? 21. I can't even think about that. What are they used for? So someone's saying hard mode, I guess. I assume hard mode for raids. Should I list? I don't know what to list mine for. I don't know if I should list mine for. I don't know how many more will be listed. The problem is here, if I sell these for this price, how much does it cost? It costs 50k to list. I mean, that's fine. If one sells, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna risk it. I don't know if these will sell. I might just be wasting 50k here, but it's kind of worth it. That is too funny. And I'll keep an eye. I'll relist more if possible, if it pops up. That's crazy. That is so funny. That's dude. I bought all of the rocks. Like I have 1,000 damp rocks as a joke. This was like a joke investment. 79 icy rocks. Not that many smooth rocks, but heat rocks. Like that is too funny. Wow. Like it sounds like a meme, but this is unironically like why I buy. I like put your Pokeyen into items. Like even if it's just like kind of meme. Once you get enough Pokeyen, don't if you have 2 mil, don't go throwing it around. But like I like kind of stocking up on random things. I like stocking up on like eject buttons. I like kind of having a stock because occasionally, if they go up in price, you can dump them and make some really nice Pokeyen. I feel like I usually try to stock up on items a fair bit. Well, how much are actually? Oh, speaking of. I invested in lucky eggs and stuff a ton. Have they actually gone up or they've gone down? Yikes. My lucky egg investment not paying off. That's an honest, I want to show you, like that's an honest, I don't always make the best investments. What did I buy these for? Didn't I buy these for like 60k? Oh no. Well, I got hosed. I got fucked. That's okay. It happens. I'm okay with that. Obviously, like I can still use those. So I make my good investment. Ah, yes, heat rocks. My bad investment, XP items. Who would have thought? Oh my god, what a backwards day. That is very funny. But yeah, yeah. The point is, I like dumping Pokeyen into items, into like random in case they go up. I feel like there's always It's that off chance. It happens with certain updates. It happens with certain things. I like keeping an eye on stuff like that. Mickey, what's up? Thanks, outfit, dude. No, this is super true. Someone said, I realized day one I won't be able to complete all these grinds. PokeMMO has definitely gone in the direction of going like so much content in a limited time. They want you to have to pick and choose. And it's kind of good for the economy. It's good because if you can't do everything, you have to prioritize. And it makes it so certain vanities will have been way less farmed than other ones. And it kind of like drastically increases like the price, or can drastically increase the price. Like a good example is, I always talk about the Unity capes, right? The Unity capes were literally an RP vanity, right? Like these were an RP vanity. So these cost like 4 mil, right? About a year ago. And now they're 30 mil, 40 mil, like stupidly expensive. And the reason why was because people were busy doing things like Shaman. They were busy doing like other exciting activities at the time. So they neglected those because there was so much going on. So the price skyrocketed. I think keeping that in mind when making your investments, this event is very important. I feel like so many of my stream recap clips over the past 2 days have just been like me, like I'm just very excited. I'm very happy and I'm very excited for the future of PokeMMO. But I've seen so many players recently say, hey man, I've been playing the game and watching you for like 2 years now. Thank you so much for the content. That's crazy. Like previously, PokeMMO player, like we are finally transitioning new players into veterans and into those 2-year players. Like that's a massive deal. For so long, and it's still the biggest problem in PokeMMO, but we're at least starting to solve it in my opinion. For so long, the biggest problem was that PokeMMO constantly got new players, right? It constantly was able to get new players because it has the Pokemon name attached to it and people want to play a Pokemon MMO, but those new players would constantly be cycled out because they wouldn't really know what to do in the game. They wouldn't have goals. They what the fuck am I? I'm trolling myself. But I think we're finally starting to solve that problem. I think we're finally like able to actually retain some of those players, which is how this game will succeed. Hopefully it will grow and succeed. So it's so cool to see all those people who've been playing for 2+ years. It's a massive honor. Thank you guys for sticking around. I love this game. Hopefully we can always, even if there's not content happening from the dev side, hopefully we can always create our own content, create our own goals. I think that's how we continue to, love it forever. Really, really important. But obviously it's nice that we have a nice Halloween event going right now as well. So you know what? We'll appreciate that for now. What do you think the new best Ditto strategy will be? We don't know for sure. I'm guessing it'll just revert to the old strategy. It wouldn't surprise me if we see Dusk Ball strat pop back up, but we'll have to see. We still do know more. We'll have to see. Dream Balls, I bet Dust Balls and Dream Balls will be the two that are very good at Dittos now. That'd be my guess, but we'll have to see what happens. This is a very good question, Oso, that I don't know the answer to, that I am so interested to see. Hey, Pat, real question. I have 4 strange chunks on my alt account now since I've done the raids twice because they reset the progress. Yep. Do you think people who have 4 chunks now will have access to whatever, those chunks give you, probably a legendary Pokemon, sooner than others? If you get rewarded because you did both of the raids like day 1 and therefore you get like the legendary spawn sooner, I think that's awesome. I'm actually so here for that. I'm so down. Like I think it's cool to reward people who are there as soon as possible. Like even the Baynet raid was only up for like what, 2 hours before that reset went live. So if you did the Baynet raid that soon, like you were on it and like looking forward to it. As someone who didn't do the raids, haven't done any of the raids yet, I think people who prioritize them, unlike myself, should get rewarded. That's awesome. I think it's cool to get rewarded for doing stuff, for prioritizing something like that. That being like your favorite piece of content, right? I think it's so cool. Yeah, I would love to see. I hope so, honestly. Oso, we'll have to see. I think it's a totally awesome reward to offer those who cared about raids that much. Is now a good time to sell Good IV Pokemon? I think absolutely, dude. Absolutely. I think I've talked with someone for a long time. Like, there's so much more demand now because of raids and because of all the PVM activities you can do right now. Demand is way up for Pokemon IVs. Great question. There's a Duskull Swarm over in Hoenn. I need to get to ASAP. And Drifloon and Sinnoh, actually. Wait, that's so funny. I was trying to click this Drifloon and I accidentally found a full restore on this tile. Well, if you come to this Drifloon Swarm, boys, grab that full restore. That's actually kind of nice. Shadow Cape is down to 8 mil, dude. Could you imagine if you bought it for like 40? I was telling people, I remember someone in my chat was like, I think I'm going to buy it when it was like 80 mil because he said, I think it's going to go up to over 100. And I was like, dude, like, even if that's the case, just wait. Like, it's not close to, it was like day 1 It's the ultra rare vanity, yes, but like it's not even close to its bottom out price. Wait until I guesstimated for I said like day 1 or day 2 that I think it was less than 24 hours still. So day 1 technically, my day 2. I guesstimated that this vanity will reach like 2 to 8 mil at its. That's my guesstimate. That's a pretty big range, obviously. But like I don't know. Back when it was 150 mil, 80 mil, like 40. It was jumping to 40 mil. Like when it was at 80 mil. I guesstimated that it would be 2 to 8 mil. So we'll see if I was correct. We'll see if I was wrong. We'll see if it goes lower, higher. We'll see if it doesn't drop. I don't know. We'll see. But I definitely think you have to just be patient. Sell everything in the first half of an event and then buy whatever you want in the second half. You want to make investments. Like in the first half, you're still waiting for all the supply. There's so much demand from excitement, but there's not enough supply to meet that yet. So you want to wait until people play the event and the supply is getting met, and then prices go down. Okay, this is my crazy hot food take of the day. I think I would I think Subway is like my least favorite like fast food restaurant, fast casual, whatever you want to call it, right? Because I think Subway is mid. And I think being mid is actually worse than just having bad weird food, right? I'd rather go to Burger King and get like bad food because it's funny and it like spices things up. It makes me remember like how good a Checkers burger is. But there's a Viper here. When something is mid, when Subway is mid, it's like, why would I even go get it? There's just no reason. Like, it's just, there's no reason to go get Subway because it's just so bland and boring and whatever. I'd rather just eat at home. That's the problem. Why would I go out to eat boring mid food? Why would I not just eat at home? There's so many great frozen pizzas and frozen things I can eat at home. Thank you for the $5 super chat, dude. That's a hot food take of the day. I think I'd rather go eat bad food than mid food, personally. The real hottest food take that I feel like I've met so few people that agree with this is that I think Panda Express is S tier. Yes, I know it's funny. I think it's just because I love all types of Asian food so much. Even shitty turbo Americanized Asian food like Panda Express is like so much better than like everything else. Like I love it so much. I actually think Panda Express is like S tier. I love it. I've met so few people that like Panda Express. The honey walnut shrimp is to die for. It is so unique, so amazing. I love it so much. Oh, I got it. I didn't even know. Okay, wait, we're done. We're done. Oh shit. Wait, I have so many more. Wait, I caught so many extra swarm Pokemon. Wait, we're just done. That's so funny. I caught so many extras, boys. We got it. It's such a good vanity. It's such a good vanity. That's awesome. I caught so many extras. Okay, this with the Scion hair looks horrible. This Scion hair is disgusting with it. What if I change it to my pink afro? Here, let's try that. But we got it, boys. Hell yeah. That's honestly a lot better. I am gonna... Wow, I'm so glad I spent all this time getting it. Let's change back to the... So glad I worked so hard for this, guys. Let's... Now, anyways. Back to the original outfit. Dude, look how many extra Swarmons I got. Jeez Louise. Oops, I kind of messed up, but that's okay. Can I talk to the girl and she'll like let me know how many swarm Pokemon I caught? I don't think so. I wish there's a way to check how many I caught. I would guess it was around 120 to 160, something like that. Thanks for your help. I wish you like told me how many. Anyways, next order of business, Pumpcats. We gotta get that Kitsune mask, fellas. Let's go grab some Pokemon to do it and get ready. Maybe do some flipping and stuff as well. We'll see. How many Dust Balls did you get? I've been selling them along the way. That's another great question. That'd be a great way to check it. I sold 9 and then oh, I have my trade log. Maybe will help me out a little bit. Let's see. I wish I would track this better. No, the trade log is broken. Oh man. I wish I would have tracked this better. I'm so sorry, guys. I would guess it was around 120 to 160 Pokemon consumed, something like that. Yeah, in all honesty, like I think the only untradeable thing to really go for in this event is the Skull Moth wings. Everything else can just be bought with Pokeyen, and like so like technically the best way to play this would be like just make the most amount of Pokeyen possible and buy whatever you want. But honestly, I think that's just like I might shock people. I'm really just playing this event for fun. I know, shocking and crazy thing, but like I'm kind of just like doing the content because I'm enjoying it a lot, and it's kind of just like a completionist thing. I'm just having fun, so I'm gonna do the Pumpcats next. Even though it may not be the best Pokemon per hour, the best, most efficient way to play this event, I'm having a blast. That's what matters. So we're gonna go check the list and go do more Pumpcats. Okay, for those who don't know how to do the Pumpcat stuff, I'll explain it very quickly. You want to essentially have this forum guide up that I've been linking in the in my Twitch chat and my stream chat. I can't really link it in the video. Maybe I'll try to remember in the stream recap. If you are watching the stream, if I don't have it linked, yell at me in the comments to link this guide. But essentially, you have this guide up and it has all the locations. So you check, you hear the sound of trees swaying. That's the input. There's two things: what region it's in, so Kanto, and then hear the sound of the trees. So you want to look for hear the sound of the trees on the guide. So where is that? Let me scroll down. Is it alphabetized? Hear the sound of the trees swaying. I'm trying to find it. There's different things like whiff of the ocean, cry of a rare Pokemon, sound of trees. Okay, sound of trees. There's actually a lot of tree locations in Kanto. So it could be, this cat could be in Viridian City, Pewter City, Cerulean City, 3 Island, or Celadon City. That's like some of the most I've seen. So you really have to just go to each location and just check to see where it might be. So I'm going to go ahead and just do that really quick. Yep. Okay. Easy peasy. There you go. Viridian City. Get a little treat. You do the same thing. So I check the next clue. A salty breeze. I go back to the, go to the list. In Kanto. Pumpcat Kanto. Salty breeze. Could be in Vermilion City. Cinnabar. Islands 1 through 7. We're going to go to Vermilion first. And we're basically going to do this for the next 30 Pumpcats. Okay, 2 quick notes on the Pumpcats. Someone said, do you have to like start the Pumpcats? Yes, you have to go to whatever city has the Pumpking boss in it. And there's usually, like for me, there was a Pumpcat right here that I just talked to, and I started it via that. That was a great question. And then secondly, you do need every region to complete the Pumpcats. You technically could just do, there's 6 in each region. You technically could just do, like, if you're region locked, like Team Rocket, just do like the 6 Kanto ones. You get some XP candies. We get like 1 XP candy extra large, which is, you know, kind of cool, but like, not really what you really want to do. Yeah, this is definitely something you need all regions completed for in terms of storyline. So we're gonna head over to Unova now and start that one, for example. Wait, someone just asked, what is the dark mists in Unova? I don't know what this is. I've never seen this before. It's like smog? Is this like teasing at something coming? Glitch? Bug? I don't know what this is. It makes me lag spike really hard. I've had that since day 1 of the event. I haven't noticed that. Am I just blind? It makes me lag a fair bit as well. It tanks my FPS. I've never noticed that. That's extremely strange. Good call, chat. I'm heading over to Sinnoh to do the Pumpcats there, but that is very weird. I've never seen that. Giratina will appear. How amazingly cool would it be if the PokeMMO devs drop some like big server boss? Wow, this is an old school MMO mechanic that I feel like I haven't seen done in a long time. But there used to be like big server bosses that would drop and everybody would have to go, like every single player would go all at one time, fight that boss and try to do as much DPS as possible and then get rewards based on the DPS they do. I feel like that kind of mechanic would work so incredibly well in PokeMMO. I feel like that's like a super old school MMO. Yeah, a world boss that like, but a world boss that like you're not like, it's not like World of Warcraft where they're competing over it. It's like a world boss that everybody fights all at one time and there's like mutual rewards. There was a game called Cyber Monsters that I played, an MMORPG called a super niche browser MMO that I played growing up that did that. And it was honestly a very, very good mechanic. That game was, I love that game, Cyber Monsters. That makes total sense. Someone said that for the spooky beanie, for the swarm Pokemon consumed, it's around 30 Dusk Balls. That sounds about right from what I got. So it'd be 30 times 5. So it ends up being around, that's what I thought. I said around 120 to 160 was my guess, around 150. So you need to turn in 150 swarm Pokemon of specific catches to get the spooky beanie. It's a tough grind. That's why I'm kind of surprised it's honestly so as cheap as it is right now. It wouldn't surprise me if this is an item that gets more expensive over time, but it also depends. It really depends if people just like the vanity at all, you know? We'll have to see what happens. Dude, what? Why could I not find this one? Wow. I was stuck on this cat for so long. I was on this bridge. I could have sworn. Can you not see it on the bridge? Is that why? Let me see. Wow. It's just off screen. Just barely. Okay, that was a really tough one. I explored every city, but I should have seen it like if I was like this. Maybe if I was on the right, could I not see it? No, I should have seen it. Well, I probably didn't go up that. I probably like looped around the bridges. Yeah, okay, I was really stuck on a salty breeze one in Sinnoh. I only went through Sinnoh on the bridges and not the. Yeah, okay, we got it, boys. We found it. We were stuck on that Pumpcat for a while. Yeah, I'm trying to calculate how much Pokeyen per hour you can make, just trying to catch swarm Pokemon to consume for mysterious balls. How much Pokeyen per hour? So let's say one swarm catching 4 Pokemon takes like 6 minutes. I think that's about right. Maybe higher or lower, but we're just guesstimating. So let's say 6 minutes. That's 10 swarms per hour. That's 40 Pokemon caught per hour. And at 40. What's the cost of mysterious dust balls? Now they're still around 40k. We'll say 30. We'll say these were just listed. We'll just do it 40k to make it easy. This will drop in terms of profit per hour, but at 40k, so let's do 40k divided by 5, right? So 8k per Pokemon. So 8 times 40, right? That's over 300k an hour, which makes sense. Usually events are like around 300k per hour to grind or so. So around 320 or 320k or so per hour, 300k or so. That's quite good just to like farm Swarmons. And that's after. Also, like, you get the beanie on top of it at the end. And that's after getting the beanie. You can just keep doing it for that Pokeyen. So like it's honestly farming swarms. Plus, if you're rare checking things like Zorua and Umbreon swarms, you're getting like really good shiny checks. Like, just farming swarms for profit is quite nice. All right, moving on to Johto here into the last region, the last 6 cats we have to encounter. And I think someone said at the end we will get a an Alpha Zorua spawn, which is really cool. And I think in end we get the Alpha Zorua spawn and the Kitsune mask. That feels like a really good reward, honestly. But like these Pumpcats like don't take that long. It's like a pretty quick grind comparatively to like the Spooky Beanie is like way more difficult, way longer. The Kitsune mask very popular. Look, I kind of hate it with the pink afro though, but very popular, very cool vanity. No, that's amazing, Spidget. I feel like that just shows how much you're enjoying the event, dude. The PvP only player, Spidget, just said, I know the brain rot is getting to me because I'm upset that this OU tournament will cut into my swarm hunting time. I think, isn't that a good thing? It's like, oh shit, like you're normally a PvP player, but you're enjoying the event so much that like, that's kind of awesome. You're getting it, Spidget. You're understanding. That's amazing, dude. Welcome to the hell yeah, brother. Welcome to the rest of the game. You get like 6 XP candy extra larges during the last region of the Pumpcats. That alone is honestly like, these don't take that long. That's already like 60k. Plus you get like 4 more or whatever. So it's like that's like 100. You get like 100k just in XP candy extra larges from this. That feels really good actually. That's pretty crazy. Okay, this is the final Pumpcat, I believe. I don't know if this will immediately spawn the Zorua encounter or if I have to go do this. Okay, what's this? Zorua's illusion. Okay, you're straight thrown right into it. I probably should have healed first, but I should be okay, I think. I could have brought my Steel Swap Spinda. If I lose to this, can I go re-encounter it? I bet it's fine. Let's, I'm just gonna Spore first and really stall this fight. The Zorua is caught. The Kitsune mask is achieved. Another grind done, fellas. Another Halloween event tackled. What do I do now? I want to start learning the raids at some point, but I don't know if that's what I want to partake in right now. I might just go shiny check some things. Kind of just chill and meme around for a little bit. Just have fun with the event, which is what I've been doing for the most of the day. But I finished 2 big grinds today. Finished Swarms and finished Pumpcats. I bring up my to-do list. Where's my event to-do list? It is to finish Swarms. Boom. Done. Pumpcats. Boom. Done. Raids and then Skullmoth wings on as many accounts as possible. I feel like, okay, I think, oh, it's so early into the event. It's only 3 days in. And I always tell people to wait. But I think I'm going to start making my first investment into the event. I think Spooky Beanies are underpriced. There's only 36 of them on the GTL now, after I buy 2. 38, 36 of them. You have to do like a 16-hour grind or so, like a long grind. Maybe not that long, but like a long grind, many hours. Catching a bunch of Swarm Pokemon. It's tough. It's tough to get them. So I'm gonna buy 2 more. That's 3 on top of it. So the kind of the one I own. That's to wear. That is 3 of them. So I'm gonna sit on those. Nothing like insane and big and crazy wild investment, but I'm gonna buy those. And speaking of, I'm also gonna go check. I'm gonna go check. I like checking during events like this, possibly investing in older product. I think a lot of people panic sell older product during events like this, and I really like to take advantage of that. and Buyout, things like golden anniversaries, etc. Let's go check. What else could I look up? Like Goodie Bag 2021 or something like that. 2020. Let's see. 2019, 2018. What are these at? Or 40K for a 2018. 2017. 2016 is going to be a lot. 2016 is around 47 mil. I don't have that much cash, but cool to look at them. Let's also check 2012 Pokemon. I bet that market is honestly probably pretty... It wouldn't surprise me. Yep, if it's getting kind of cheaper, people are liquidating a little bit. There's probably some decent finds if I search through, like, recently listed, like, 400K. This is, like, the one thing. Team Rocket made an incredible video recently. Oh, Omanyte for 700K? Yes, please. Team Rocket made an incredible video recently covering 2012 Pokemon. There was only, like, great. I'm not trying to, like, nitpick. Amazing video. Fantastic video. I really recommend you checking it out. The one thing I disagreed with him on was he put Snorlax at common because everybody got one during the storyline, or you could get two technically. And I understand where he's coming from. In my opinion, I actually would consider Snorlax not very rare, but like I consider it rare, same with like Lapras and stuff, because even though you get one guaranteed from the storyline, the Lapras, number one, a lot of people just ran past it. You didn't have to guaranteed pick it from the person. Same with the Snorlax. You could have just killed the Snorlax. Number two, the Snorlax was incredibly, I'm going to buy this one, incredibly hard to catch. I think I caught either zero or only one of my Snorlaxes for my like run back in 2013 or whatever. They were extremely difficult to catch. So yes, everybody got like 2 encounters for doing the storyline, but they were very, very difficult to catch. Most people would either only catch one or none of them, as well as you couldn't catch them in the wild after that. So yes, you got one like guaranteed catch or whatever. But I feel like you couldn't get them again after that one catch. So that's just a total, like, once again, I don't want to nitpick and downplay how amazing I love that video so much. He did a video talking about like the value of 2021, and he's like, and like, also this is an opinion thing. I really want to qualify a million times. I love Rocket content, so I don't want to. Yeah, it's amazing stuff. But that's the one thing I disagree with him on was I think the Snorlax being in the common tier. I would have put it up a bit more, but I also understand where he's coming from. They're pretty popular in the GTL. There's a fair amount of them. I get what he's saying. I'm gonna spend a little bit more money on 2012s. I really like 2012s. I don't know if it's like a personal. I don't know if it's somewhat an investment. I'm gonna buy this Lapras for 650. It's somewhat an investment, but it is also mostly for personal collection. I don't like to. For a while, there was a time during like the spike of the 2012 market where like flipping 2012s and like investing into it was really, really good. I don't know if it's quite as, I think it's a little more developed now. I don't know if it's quite as there yet anymore, or quite there right now. Ibis for 590. I'm spending my money, but this is what I care about. Like I care about spending my money in PokeMMO to build a collection. This was actually when I did my 0 to 20 million challenge. A lot of people thought that I was saving up money for Dusk event season and such. And to some extent, I am, and I was, and I will spend money on the event season for sure. I was also really doing it to buy 2012s. I really, really like 2012 market. I think it's super interesting, super unique. And I personally feel like over time, it's like this stuff is bound to go up, and I think it's a really cool collection piece. But that's personal preference, and I just really like it. I like to collect this stuff, so I'm obviously very biased in that regard. I have that feeling for it personally, that personal attachment. It's cool to see, and we have seen the biggest concern with collecting old stuff. This happens like the retro video game scene and stuff as well, is whether or not the new generation will care about this stuff. Like, does people who like didn't grow up with the NES, do they care about playing the NES? And like that's sometimes yes, sometimes no. Like there's a few, but like I think it's been proven with 2012. Like people like Rocket, like there are a fair amount of new Pokemon players who do care about 2012s. Now how many? That's a I don't know. I don't know if it's that many, but there are some. I think that's interesting to see and really cool to see. That's kind of cool. I didn't even realize that or try to do that on purpose, but now I have a full box of 2012s. This is my complete. I now have one full box of 2012s. Also, I have someone I think sent me this as a gift, which is extremely generous. This is a level 15 2012 Gyarados. These are really, 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 really rare, which is funny because I remember encountering these all the time to attack EV Train back in 20, and I didn't think much of it. But now they are extremely rare. They were like it was just part of the game. There was like low level wild Gyarados like that. Yo, what's up? My name is Leppas Cheap. We are in the middle of the Halloween event right now in PokeMMO 2024. I want to show you guys just very quickly, quick video, what the particle effects look like for both the Dark Crystal particle effect and the Shiny Dark Crystal particle effect. These are new particle effects from these events. The Dark Crystal particle effect, I'm going to go ahead and do this while I'm talking. The Dark Crystal effect is earned via beating the Pumpking on hard difficulty, and he puts the particle effect on every single Pokemon. There you go. Boom. I'm going to actually move the event list. We'll do it a few more times, obviously. The dark particle effect is gotten from the Pumpking boss on hard mode, and the shiny dark particle effect, I believe, I could be mistaken, I believe is just gotten from goodie bags and Pumpkin goodie bags. It's an actual item that you can buy, so you can go buy the shiny dark particle effect and then put it onto a Pokemon if you want to. But Pokemon with these particle effects at all are going to end up costing a fair bit of Pokeyen. So if you look up on the GTL, Dark Crystal, the cheapest one is around 13k. This will probably go up over time. What's the cheapest? Ditto. Cheapest Ditto is around 18k. A lot of people do farming like this. Farming to put these onto Dittos during these events. 150k for the cheapest Ditto with shiny. I'm going to do the normal Dark Crystal effect one more time. And then I'll show the shiny one here in a quick sec. So here is the Patrat. Here's the normal Dark Crystal effect. Quite cool. My first time seeing it. And then the shiny Dark Crystal effect. Once again, there's a little shimmering static noise. I will say the shiny crystals, you know, they don't really look that shiny. They're more kind of just a dark ground, like a dark brown, like earth type looking crystal versus these looking more. So I think I actually prefer the dark crystal, the normal one, versus the shiny one. But we'll do this one more time. We'll turn the sound up. You guys can get a good listen on what the sound effect is like. Just kind of a shot and a shimmer. I'm gonna do the normal one more time. I think I prefer this one. I do like the animation of the the crystals coming in, like being kind of like thrown like spears. Looks quite cool. This is the last time I'll show this. There you go. And that's it. Just a quick little video. I feel like I get asked about showing these particle effects. It's actually not easy to view them, I feel like, all the time without actually purchasing them. So a quick, easy video showing that, displaying that. Like it if you enjoyed it, to dislike if you didn't. Subscribe for PokeMMO videos all the time. And I'm going to peace out. See you guys later. Have a good day. Hopefully it was helpful. Yo, Leppas are kind of cheap. What? I heard people... That's so interesting. I heard people complaining, saying that Leppa farming's a dead method. Nobody's going to farm Leppas anymore, etc., because of the strings change. But Leppas going down in price tells me the opposite. I mean, I'm sure people, to be fair, people just aren't shiny hunting right now with Leppas. There's not much demand for them, so we'll have to see. That's so people probably selling their supply for the event. That means it's a good time to stock up on Leppas. I have a lot of Leppas shunts that I want to do. I'm probably going to invest some money into Leppas, boys. It's a good time. During events like this, you don't always want to invest into the obvious, holiday events. You want to invest into things that are off the beaten path that will be useful at other times in PokeMMO. Okay, I already have my spooky beanie. I can confirm you can keep farming these for more mysterious dust balls after getting the beanie. That's what I can confirm that now. So that's okay. That's kind of cool. Which I think is legit worth it. You probably like 300k per hour. It's actually legit nice Pokeyen to be doing this. Wait, how did I not notice that? How did I not notice that, and how did no one call it out in chat? Wait, that makes this even more Pokeyen per hour. So we just found out that it's only once you reach the kids. For the teacher, it's 5 swarm Pokemon per mysterious dust ball. But we've been counting over and over and over again. Once you get to the kids, it's only 4 swarm Pokemon per mysterious dust ball. Wait, that's actually insane. So let's say you get 40 swarm Pokemon per hour. Is that the math, right? We did it earlier. That was the math, right? Well, let's do what are mysterious touch balls at? That's even more Pokeyen per hour than I expected. That's a big difference. They're at 42k. 42k divided by 40. Wait, this math makes no sense. Never mind. What am I thinking of? So 40 Swarmons an hour. Wait, my math brain is exploding. 42k divided by 4. What am I brain? Dude, I've been doing this event for too long. Yeah, 42k divided by 4, right? This is the price, the Pokeyen per swarm Pokemon. And you would do this times 40. Dude, that makes farming swarm Pokemon for Mysterious Touch Balls like 400k per hour. That is a massive difference. Plus, you get like rare shiny checks. I love this method. This is very fun. Obviously, if you're using quick balls, that eats into the profit a bit, so you have to keep that in mind. But like, this is sick. Poochyena, Mischievous, Drowsy. This is a good question, and I think for better or for worse, I think this is the case. Someone said some team members have been saying that raids are only back for the event. What do you think? Are they back for Halloween or implemented permanently? It seems like they are only back for Halloween, but that also probably means, once again, for better or for worse, they'll probably come back for Christmas and probably come back for Lunar New Year event. So it seems like we'll be getting holiday event-based raids for each event, and then hopefully we see a permanent raid introduction after that, like once we hit like March or whatever, or maybe like during this upcoming Lunar New Year event. But it seems like for now, yeah, they called it Preview 2. Yep, it seems like this is another test of raid, so they're still trying to iron out the content before fully releasing it. It's obviously going to upset a lot of people, but what are you going to do? It's a keep in mind, it is like a 5-man dev team. It is a very small dev team. That's all I can say. You gotta just be, what are you gonna do? Be patient. Surely this won't kill it, right? If I ice shard this, surely it won't. I think I actually almost killed it. If I crit, I killed it. I calced it, boys. I knew the whole time it would be the exact amount of HP needed to chip off this thing to then catch it easily peasily. There's my Alpha Murkrow caught. 2 times 31. Special HP is fine. Nothing spectacular. Not bad. Not too shabby. We'll take it. I'm gonna be honest. Maybe this is a prediction. I could be wrong. Don't make market decisions based off of this. The fact that there are 67 Shadow Capes on the GTL makes me think that this item is still going to go down. That is a lot for the ultra rare. There are events where there is 10, 12 ultra rares on the market at all at the peak. 67 is a lot. A lot of these are being opened. Honestly, I'm kind of shocked. That's kind of crazy. I think one of the coolest changes this year that's under talked about is the change to spooky and special candy in relation to mini bosses and kids. Historically, fighting kids is really bad money per hour, like horrible. Usually you would get like some spooky candy and some goodie bags, and those spooky candies would either be worth nothing or just straight up untradeable in previous years, right? This is the first year where they made it so you have to consume a spooky candy to fight the mini boss. That was never the case back in the day. Previously, it was just you could fight the mini bosses or you could fight the kids, and like anybody, you just the kids were dog shit. You would just skip those. You would just do the mini bosses and do the Pumpking. So it deleted a piece of content essentially because it wasn't well balanced. They rebalanced it this year for you to have to consume a spooky candy. So you can fight the kids to get spooky candies, which are now worth 50k a piece, which is really good. Fighting the kids being a good money-making method is like extremely good for the average player, for casual players. This is the best event I've ever seen by far to make money as an average casual player. The fact that you can fight kids and get a quick 50k like that is crazy. It's so insane actually. Here, before I check the cost, I want to see if my history can prevail. So what does 1,000 RP vouchers usually cost? Usually 1,000 RP vouchers can be anywhere from 2.2 mil to like I've even seen it up to like 3.2. So it really depends. We're gonna go check. 2.5, 2.6. I think nowadays, given the current market, this is about what they get during event season. I've seen them at 2.8 sometimes though. Like I've seen them all the way up at 3.2 at times. It really just depends. It's all supply and demand based on how many people are willing to pay IRL money for in-game Pokeyen and how many people are trying to buy RP to get the cool RP vanity. So it really just depends. Usually anywhere from 2.2 to 3.2 million. Okay. And talking about what are the best items to invest in, I might need like a full video on this. It's all my personal opinion. I'm not here to give financial advice. Nobody can predict a market with 100% accuracy. It's just asinine to pretend you can. I would say I do about 60 to 80% accurate investments at times, but maybe even closer to 50%. Like it just, you win some, you lose some sort of thing, and you hope to win more than you lose. Someone asked Kitsune Mask versus Spooky Beanie. The things to consider is that the Kitsune Mask is so much faster to get than the Spooky Beanie, like ridiculously faster. This is like a 2-hour grind, I want to say. Like the Pumpcats did not take me long. 1 to 2 hour grind versus the Spooky Beanie being 10 to 16. I think this is already like way too low given the What did I buy these for before? Given the how long they are to grind. These take so long to grind. It is a long grind. I think people are realizing that. I also don't know if you can grind for multiples of these. You could grind for multiple Kitsune masks on alt accounts actually pretty easily, but you'd have to have all 5 regions done, which is very important. I don't know if you could grind. The problem is grinding swarms with only 1 or less than 5 regions is also very, very hard, but this is like impossible. The other thing is like actual demand, right? I feel like the Kitsune mask has a pretty high demand due to cultural relevance. I could be mistaken, but like Asian cultures, PokeMMO is extremely big in Asia, especially like Chinese culture. It's like really massive in terms of population. This is why things like the that's why I always call out like the Golden Dragon mask and like certain Lunar New Year event stuff. Lunar New Year event vanities in the past have historically just had insane booms. There's a lot of Chinese players and they take the game extremely seriously, which is amazing and awesome. It's just something it's just something to consider when making a market decision, in my personal opinion. Kitsune mask versus like in terms of like comparing them, I value the spooky beanie more, but there's also an argument of like, because I vouch for it and honor it more, maybe more people will invest into it, and whatever I invest into, maybe you should do the opposite, because like the market has so many like, oh, if this happens, this happens. Like there's just so many things to factor in. I'm never gonna be able to give you a perfect answer. Hopefully I can just provide you as much information as possible and you can make your own decisions on it. That's the best I can hope for. Another really good like market call out / like opportunity, if you ever wanted to breed for a shiny Eevee, right now is probably a really good time to go head over to the GTL and buy some like hyper cheap Umbreons or hyper cheap Eevees to go ahead and like possibly work on those plans. During events like this, when certain species get super cheap due to like swarm spawns, it's a pretty, I think Scorpies, right? Aren't Scorpies usually like kind of expensive / have some value? They're probably dirt cheap, like yeah, 2K a piece. Not a bad time. Or even if you're going for a rare bug shiny, something like Larvesta, right? We're gonna see a lot of cheap bug males right now. So if you're like hunting for a if you're hunting for a shiny Volcarona or any sort of like female, any sort of bug rare shiny, going for these, getting male bugs while they're cheaper during the event, probably a good idea to stock up. Shovel went from 40k to 350? No way. I've not kept enough of an eye on Shovel. Did they just get hard bought out? What happened? This seems like a hard buyout, right? How are there only 9 on the market? What the fuck? I'm gonna keep an eye on this. This seems like a hard buyout. No? I'm not buying into that. I'm not. Don't panic buy. Don't panic buy. I'm gonna try to sell. Go for it. Try to make money off it, but I'm not touching that. I would like to buy a Shovel at some point, but not that hyped about it. This is interesting. I was thinking about and worrying about like how fossil shunting would be changed, but I didn't even think about fossil farming and like strings affecting that. But Shamo has a really interesting post here on fossil farming, using based off of a 30-minute test in Tournament Cave. So not exactly data, but just a nice test that he did. 30-minute testing in Turnback Cave and 30-minute testing at Unova Victory Road 12 hours after the event dropped. Fossil farming seems to be nerfed around 15 to 20% due to the strings change, despite the buff through the repel trick fix. A couple which, if you don't know, they made it so you can like still get rock smash encounters via repels, which means you can repel all the like annoying wild encounters in the cave while rock smashing, which is actually kind of cool. A couple of follow-up tests today have shown that it was either patched or that the server struggled due to the struggled too much in the first 12 hours. Using Turnback Cave as the lead example, the strings are still a nerf, but it is now being overcome by the buff of repel fix. So it seems to be, so TLDR, fossil farming hasn't really been buffed or nerfed. Is that the meme? Is that the TLDR of that? I appreciate all the work and research and testing, Chamo. Welp, I think I am fully stuck again. I don't have any Drowsy. I don't have any Zubat. I don't have any Poochyena. I think I'm stuck on swarms again, but that's okay. I was just doing them for fun anyway. I think tomorrow the plan will be to finally jump into raids. I'll have to reach out to Cav, watch some Cav guides, figure out what the strategies are, maybe try to random queue some raids. Maybe try to do raids on alt accounts depending on how difficult they are. We'll have a lot to learn tomorrow. But that is it for today. Day 3 of the Halloween event is over for me. I'll see you guys later. Hopefully you enjoyed today's content. I vehemently enjoyed today's stream. I'm so enjoying this Halloween event. I feel like every single way I grind it, I'm having fun. I don't care what method I'm doing. everything's been enjoyable so far. I am just blown away. It's such a great event. So hope you guys are enjoying it at least 10% as much as me, and you're probably having a ton of fun. Like the stream if you enjoyed it, dislike if you did not, subscribe to the channel for Pokemon videos every single day, and streams a ton, usually Monday through Friday, but a ton whenever possible right now. Discord is down below to learn a ton about the event and great callouts during the Halloween event and other upcoming holiday events in general. If you want to go above and beyond, if my content has meant it to you enough and earned it from you, and you've watched enough hours of my content to warrant it, YouTube memberships, Twitch Primes, Twitch subs, and PayPal/Venmo donations are the best way to support me. It's the best way to allow me to have the time to research and present the information to you guys as best as I possibly can. Hopefully it's been helpful during the Halloween event, and I've been having a blast. I will see you guys later. See you tomorrow for day 4. Good luck on any shiny raid or shiny swarm checks like Zorua, Umbreon, Scorpy. I'll see you guys later. Have a good one. Peace, Reno, fellas. Hey, what's up? Petrowski here, and I just wanted to say thank you so much for watching until the very end of the video. That means the world to me, and if your name is listed here, that means you went above and beyond and supported the channel financially, which allows me to even be here and have the time to do this. So thank you so very much.